Hey everyone, thanks again for stopping in. The internet is rife with videos of people making chocolate from cocoa powder. And they claim it's good, but just because they say that doesn't mean it's true. These videos just don't create themselves. They're the internet's answer to a really common question: how to make chocolate from cocoa powder. So let's deconstruct this question a little bit. The question isn't, can I make chocolate with cocoa powder? The intent of the question is, can I make chocolate with kitchen equipment at home? It really depends how you define chocolate. I personally define it as smooth, even, flavorful, melt in your mouth goodness. If you do too, you can't make it with kitchen equipment. If, on the other hand, you define it as coarse, rough, bland, mono-flavored, any of those things, then yeah, you can make it with kitchen equipment at home. In fact, let's do that now and see what it looks like. We're going to start off with melting cocoa butter over some boiling water. Then you have to stir in the powdered sugar. The problem here is that people expect the sugar to dissolve into the hot cocoa butter, but sugar dissolves in water, not oil. So the grit of the powdered sugar remains, and it only gets more gritty when we add the cocoa powder, and the milk powder if we're making a milk chocolate. No matter how much you stir it, this isn't going to mix down into what we consider smooth, modern, refined chocolate. All the videos I've seen at this point show pouring the chocolate up into molds and refrigerating it without tempering. It's probably because tempering is next to impossible with this kind of mixture. It's going to come out of the refrigerator somewhat resembling a chocolate bar. But compared to smooth modern chocolate, you can still see all the unrefined ingredients in it. If you can see these, imagine how those are going to be in your mouth. The process of making cocoa powder destroys a lot of the nuance of the chocolate. Add that to these large crystals in your mouth crunching up, and it just doesn't make sense for the savings you're making on equipment to making this chocolate-like substance. Now's a good time to ask yourself, why are you doing this? I'm going to be the first one to admit it's really fun to experiment in the kitchen, but not when I know the results are going to be predictably disappointing. So, can you make chocolate with cocoa powder? You've got my answer. Now, if you want to learn how to make smooth modern chocolate, you can start at the website. We have a complete guide right here. If video is your thing, we also have a complete 16-part series here on YouTube. Fair warning though, they're a bit rough and rambling, so you might want to settle in with some popcorn and chocolate. We were kind of green back then. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you learned something, and I hope I dispelled some myths about making chocolate with cocoa powder. If you like the video, please hit that like button. It helps Google know this video is worthwhile, and it helps us get the word out. If you don't like the video so much, double hit that dislike button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you would. That's it. Let's go make some chocolate. Just not with cocoa powder.